Predictions Ascension podcast. Hate me or love me. There's no in between. So this video is basically about two Ohio State OSU players that was booted off the team for false sexual allegations. Yes, I said it, false sexual allegations. That's why we don't say believe all women around here in the righteous spare. This does not help when it comes to real women that's going through certain things. And certain women cry wolf when they get caught cheating and stuff like that. Like my previous video I did. They come up with these situations to get out of trouble, but put men's lives on the line. Literally, your life is on the line. You're looking at 20 plus years, registered sex offender. You don't get your life back, B. But this is the actual trial video, and I'm gonna show you the other video when they're not guilty. So it's gonna be two parts of this. Hold on tight.
Today, jurors heard opening statements in the trial of two former Ohio State football players accused of kidnapping and raping another student.
The victim testified today. 10 TV's Lindsay Mills was in court all day, and she joins us live outside the Franklin County courtroom with what was said today. Lindsay? Yolanda and Andrew, good evening. It's been almost 3 years exactly this month since that alleged crime was reported to police. At the center of this case, cell phone video that was shown today. And we want to warn you, details of the testimony that were revealed today are disturbing. Opening arguments were heard Tuesday in the case of two former OSU football players, both facing charges of kidnapping and rape. Amir Reed and Johnson Wint have both pleaded not guilty.
At the end of this trial, I will ask you to find both defendants guilty.
She's lying. You know.
Taking the stand in her own defense today, the woman who reported to police she was raped by Reed and Wint. The judge ordered us not to show images of the woman used as evidence in the case. A victim's advocate also asked us to not show her face or use her name. Our camera did not record her testimony. Testimony revealed prior to the alleged incident, the woman and Reed exchanged messages on Snapchat, eventually agreeing to hang out. She testified there were no romantic undertones to their messages. She agreed to hang out with Reed the night of February 4th, 2020. She says Reed forced her to have sex and she had no opportunity to say no. She also says Reed pinned her in place while Wint forced oral sex on her. Cell phone video was shown in court, taken moments after the alleged incident. Both sides saying it's this video.
See, this is a prime example. You can't be running trains on these girls no more. I know dudes want to do GBs and all that stuff. It ain't like what it used to be back in the day. Catch a scallywag in the staircase. She giving the whole squad the sloppy toppy. Can't do it no more, B. Because it turns out into a fucking rape allegation, man.
That serves as important evidence.
Fair use WBNS
took out a cell phone and had her record a video that you'll see saying that it was consensual. I want you to pay close attention to who says what and how they sound.
You're going to hear the reason why Amir uses this video is because that's what he's taught to do. In fact, the Monday before this happened on a Tuesday, there was a team meeting, the Ohio State players, where they said, always make sure you get it on record that whatever you did was consensual.
Lawyers representing Reed and Wint say their clients are innocent and question the woman's documentation.
They need to sue the school. They need to sue Shorty.
Details of the event.
Get them for every dime they got.
Account of what happened. To many questions asked in the cross-examination, the woman responded,
Fair use WCBS TV 10 News.
Now, when the men were arrested, OSU football dismissed them from the team.
They need to sue OSU.
They both face up to 33 years in prison and would have to register as sex offenders. Witness testimony is expected to resume tomorrow. Live outside the courtroom, Lindsay Mills, 10 TV News. All right, thank you, Lynn.
Now, I'm going to show you another video that they were actually found not guilty because at least the coach says you need to start getting these girls on tape saying
4 days after
that they
4
consent to
days after the
sex.
rape and kidnapping trial began for two former Ohio State
Fair
University
use,
football
local
players,
4.
the pair have been found not guilty.
Not
Amir
guilty.
Reap and Jocelyn Went, now 24 years old, both were accused of raping a 19-year-old woman at an off-campus apartment in February of 2020. The accuser told police she was at the apartment and had
Acquitted.
consensual sex with Reap, but wanted to stop and was forced to continue, with Went also taking part.
According to court records, the woman was then recorded saying the act was consensual. We spoke with Amir Reap and his attorney, Dan Sable, after receiving the verdict today. They tell us it was the testimony and credibility that helped sway the jurors in their favor.
So they heard from his accuser, and they heard from Amir, and they heard from Jocelyn. And it was clear who was telling the truth and who wasn't, and the jury picked up on that.
Shout out to his lawyer right here.
Amir Reap says his focus is now pressing play on a life that had been on pause. He plans to continue his college education. We also heard from the attorney representing Jason Wynn.
In a statement, attorney Sam Szymanski says in part his client is, quote, relieved and eternally grateful to the jury for conducting a careful review of the evidence before reaching its verdicts of not guilty.
You seen it. Those young brothers was vindicated, not guilty, because the coach told these guys to start getting stuff on videotape for consensual sex. But you see, OSU, they threw them out anyway. 24 hours later, they were out on the street. So they need to sue OSU. They need to sue that young lady too for defamation, because she knew she was a scallywag, but turn around and say, oh, I didn't know it wasn't consent. Nah. This is what I'm saying with this sexual liberation and this feminist movement in the Western world, man. It's no fair moves for guys. That's why it's hard to move. That's why dudes is opting out of dating. They're opting out of you shouldn't be gangbanging girls anyway. Like that's an old school trait. But you're young. You was 19. I understand, but it's too many females around here be sharing them like that. It really is. I don't understand why that, but whatever. They're opting out of marriage. Men are opting out of everything. Long-term relationships, everything, B. Everything. You got single moms as an issue. You got baby daddies as an issue. It's just too much for certain men. Men just need to get their own, stay focused, and this is what they wanted. The elites wanted this so we don't procreate. We don't have the nuclear family no more. Men don't want to be around women at all, because look at Cuban Gooding Jr., prime example. He's still facing these allegations because the girl was following him in the club. They showed a surveillance video of him being followed. He's avoiding the girl. He's climbing over the sofa seats to get away from the girl. And she still came up with the allegations because you know why? Because she doesn't want rejection. So her being rejected put her on a frenzy and made these allegations towards Cuban Gooding Jr. It's no fair game for men. A false allegation will get you locked up. Stay away from these women altogether, bro. It's over. These two young brothers got a lot of work to do to get themselves back on top. And they should start with the lawsuits to OSU and the lawsuits to Shorty. Get her for I don't care if she paying them $100 every 2 weeks from her check, both of them, for the rest of her life. It don't even matter. It ain't about the money. It's just every time that $100 come out your check, you're going to think about me and what you lied about, Shorty. You're a scallywag, and you deserve everything that comes your fucking way. But thank God them two brothers was exonerated, but they got a long road ahead, man. Amir Reap and Jason Went, y'all got a long road ahead, man. God bless you, man. And stay strong, man. PredictionAscension@gmail.com. Prediction Ascension on Twitter, and prediction_ascension_TM on Instagram. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what's going on. Hit the comment box. We talk about these scallywags, man. It is what it is. It's not fair out here for men, B. That's a fact.